Of course, we want to see the fireworks, but right now, Alexis, the big word is flooding.
That's right. We're looking at more rain. The good news is for tomorrow evening, as long as the ground isn't too wet from this rain, tomorrow evening's forecast for the fireworks looks pretty good. Clouds and radar right now, 11:20 is your current time. We've got a cold front that's going to make its way through the area. We saw already rain this morning ahead of that system. Now things are in a little bit of a lull. We're fairly dry right now. As you can see, just a couple of showers in Dane and Jefferson and Dodge County. But we're going to track our next round of rain into the afternoon and evening. That is going to provide a small severe threat. And then, like we talked about, my main concern here is flooding. So a little bit of a lull in the rain right now. A couple of raindrops you might feel through the rest of the midday hours. By about 3-4 o'clock, we start to see the next round of those storms form to our west. And the further southwest you go is the better chance to see that severe weather. Now, I do still expect heavy rain, strong winds, potentially even some small hail with this system as this line of storms moves through. In Madison, probably between about 7 and 9 p.m. That's the timing I'm thinking of right now. And then it continues to progress to the east, losing its energy, but still dumping rain. And while most of us will be dry by about 10, 11 o'clock tonight, we still have the chance for a couple of showers through tonight. But Wednesday itself looks to stay dry with more sunshine. It's just going to feel a little humid. Now, we're already expecting more of that rain later on today, but on top of that, this morning, 1 to 2 inches of rain has already fallen over most of southern Wisconsin. That's on top of our rising rivers and on top of additional rainfall that we're expecting later on today. I know I said 1 to 3 plus inches yesterday when it came to today's storms, but we're looking at, even with this morning's rain, additional 1.5 to 3 inches over southwest Wisconsin. Now, I do think those totals will decrease the further east that you go, but still 1 to 3 inches of additional rainfall possible this evening. So it's going to be extremely important. I know you already have, but stay away from those rising rivers. And we are under a flood watch, and you can see it's mostly south central and southwestern Wisconsin because that's where the higher rainfall totals are going to be. Under the flood watch from now through 1 a.m. tonight. So of course, during that evening commute, just make sure you're watching. Do not attempt to cross a flooded roadway. Stay away from those rising rivers there. This is something that we're going to be watching for a while. Right now, the rivers are supposed to crest in a couple of days, but I do expect that to be extended. So we also have a marginal risk for south central and southwestern Wisconsin, but you'll notice the further southwest you go, the higher the threat. So that's where, northern Missouri, southern Iowa, that's where the tornado threat is. I think our tornado threat is just about zero, not completely, but very close to. Like I said, strong winds, small hail, and then the primary threat is going to be that rain. But the potential for severe weather for our marginal risk is between about 4 and 10 p.m. Even still, everybody is likely going to see that heavy rain. Before I let you go, I just want to show you those Mississippi River levels near Ferryville, 17.5 feet. I also put on here, if you remember the spring flooding last year, late April, we saw some high record-breaking flooding. We're not too far away from that. Prairie du Chien at 20.2 feet, currently at 18.3 feet in Glen Haven, and then 21.1 feet. And of course, all the forecasts you see here, they do not account for the rain that we are expecting later on today. Briefly dry for Wednesday and most of the 4th, but by the overnight hours on Thursday, we'll track another chance for rain into Friday. Mostly dry on Saturday. Rain chances return by Sunday.